If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the WoW in transmogs. Starting off with the Tauren and the Shoulders, which are the Burning Throne mythic version on the Shoulders. That's part of a Shaman tier set, but that's a piece that Hunters can't pick up. Argus the Unmaker is the boss. I think it looks great for Hunters here. The Chest, Vicious Scar Scale Chest, which is a crafted piece from Cata level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker or your local auction house. Looking epic on a Lady Draenei here. As you can see, the belt is out of Timeless Isle. Ordos is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to get that Shaman old school tier belt from Mop, of course. Next up, the legs, part of the same crafted set as the chest. Vicious Scar Scale legs, leatherworking, or buy it on the auction house, which was made by a leatherworker. So you might go right to the source, get it a little cheaper. And the boots also part of that same crafted set from Cata level leatherworking, which you might be able to buy on the auction house as well. Doing a spin, showing you the cape, but first the hands. Heedless eradication gauntlets, part of a same tier set as the Shoulders. The back, Tomb of Sargeras mythic. Engine of Souls is the boss, 8% on the drop rate, and the headpiece is a quest reward out of the Stockades, so very easy to pick that up. Might already have it, by the way. And the weapon, Voice of the Quillen, which is Throne of Thunder, 17% drop. I'm not sure why I consistently get this wrong, but the Crater Flame Spalders are out of Firelands. Heroic Alice Razor is the boss. Worth getting because you could possibly get a mount, 15% drop rate. So just so you guys know, the Shoulders, the gloves, and the boots, I have it down that it's from Dragon Soul Heroic. It's not. It's Firelands Heroic, so that's just a simple reminder to everyone. And the belt, Creeping String of Lava, yes, that's very, very Shaman-like, but look at that belt. That belt works perfectly with this set. The Emerald Nightmare Mythic, Nithandra is the boss, decent drop rate. And the legs, part of the same vanilla drop set from Molten Core as the chest, and you can buy it on the auction house as well, much like the chest. And the boots, or the feet, Treads of Implicit Obedience. Dragon Soul Heroic, which is incorrect. It will be Firelands Heroic. Shanix is the boss, 15% on the drop rate to pick up the boots or the feet. The hands, Dragon Soul Heroic, incorrect. As I said, Firelands Heroic. Alice Razor is the boss. For the Claw Shaper gauntlets, 18% drop rate on those. Got a dude, Nightborn dude, showing the Akanai Death Shroud out of Akanai Crypt's BC version. And the headpiece, which is Dark Moon Fair, Baruma, Quartermaster, 75 Dark Moon tickets for the headpiece, which is kind of a red wolf. And the weapon is out of Firelands, which I got correct, Cash of the Fire Lord. Starting off with the Dark Iron Dwarf for the Shoulders. As you can see, out of Terrace of the Endless Spring, LFR is the version, Laishi is the boss, kind of a low drop rate. But we're going to stick with the Santa Claus white beard here, and the chest is the Warp Wind Vest. The Nighthold is the place. Twilight Star Dancers if you want to farm it, or you could buy it on the auction house. And the belt, got a lady Night Elf showing the Crystal Buckle Belt out of Hellfire Citadel, Soulbound Construct. And we have kind of a fair drop rate to pick up the belt, which looks pretty cool with this set, I think. The legs, Warp Wind Leggers. Now, there's other lookalikes that you could get for the legs at the chest. But you can pick this up out of Suramar if you want to farm it or buy it on the auction house. The feet, the Warp Wind Greaves, the Nighthold, Terrace Grove Tenders, drop it. Or you could just buy it on the auction house. 5% on the drop rate. The hands, part of the same tier set as the Shoulders, Heart of Fear, LFR, Windlord Mel Jarek is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick up the hands. And we have a Troll showing the Cloak of Certain Reprieve, Netherstorm, BC PvP Vendor, 1 Mark of Honor to pick up that brown cloak. The head, 1 Eye Patch, Cape of Stranglethorn Vale or Stranglethorn. Our immortal enemies, it is a quest reward. And the weapon is out of Dragon Soul, 38% drop rate. The Hunter Ruthless set is one of my favorites, but it's very difficult to match up, and I think I hit it this time with the Wormstalker Spalders, the heroic version out of Dragon Soul, Haggard Stormbinder, 19% on the drop rate for the shoulders. So the shoulders, the boots, and the gloves are all from good old Dragon Soul, and the chest and the legs are from, of course, the PvP Ruthless set. Now, the belt you could buy from the Valor Quartermaster for 180 gold from either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. I believe you could also farm it out of Dragon Soul. And the legs, as I said, Ruthless Gladiator's Chain Legging, Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Cata, PvP Vendor, 3 Marks of Honor to get the legs. Next up, looking pretty cool on an undead, must admit, Treads of Dormant Dreams, Dragon Soul Heroic, Haggard the Stormbinder, 15% on the drop rate for the boots. Doing a spin to show you the cape, but first we're going to talk about the hands, which are out of Dragon Soul Heroic as well. Morchok, he's the first boss, 16% on the drop rate. Keep in mind that is heroic version of Dragon Soul as well. And the back is the cape of the Black Baron, Stratholme, Lord Arius, Riverdale, great mount by the way. And the head is eye patch out of stock aids. It's a quest reward for both Horde and Alliance. And the weapon is Icecrown Citadel Heroic, 25 man. Love these shoulders you get out of Isle Expeditions. They're a rare drop, but you can probably buy them on the auction house. They're going to go down in price as we progress through BFA, so Dragon Riders, Spalders, definitely worth picking up. The chest, Wildthorn Mail, vanilla level blacksmithing. Check your local blacksmith or your local auction house to pick up the chest piece. Next up, we're going to go with the belt, which is the Torched Brazed Waistguard out of Hellfire Citadel Mythic. Iron Reavers drop it at a 12% drop rate. Next up, the legs, which are out of Moradon, Lord Viletongue, 26% drop rate for the Infernal Trickster leggings. I've been trying to get those forever, so you might not have that much luck. But the feet, Greaves of Swift Vengeance, Ulduar Steelbreaker is the boss, 12% drop rate. I think that's 25-man Ulduar, not 100% sure though. You can always check Wowhead, but they make mistakes too. Dragon Riders Grips, Isle Expeditions, probably your best bet is to buy them on the auction house because they are a rather low drop rate. And the back is the Gilded Thorium Cloak, Karazhan BC version. Terrestrian Ilhoof is the boss, decent drop rate of 17%, plus there's a lot of pets you can pick up and sell at Karazhan. The head, part of a tier set from WoD. And last but not least, the weapon, Dagron's Discarded Longbow. I'm going to start off with the shoulders, and you're going to have to head over to Icecrown Heroic. Icecrown Citadel Heroic, that is 10-man Syndragosa, 10% drop rate for the shoulders of Crystalline Bone. That's part of a Shaman tier set, but that's the piece that hunters can use. Fearless Combatant's Chain Armor, that's Alliance only. Legion PvP Vendor, you have to buy the whole set, unfortunately, for Marks of Honor, but you could also pick up the legs, so you get 2 pieces. Anyway, the belt, as you can see, difficult to get. I'm still trying to get this belt out of Terrace of the Endless Spring. Lai Chi is the boss. Actually, the first 3 bosses drop it. The legs, Fearless Combatant's Chain Leggings, Alliance only, by the way. Marks of Honor, got to buy the whole set. Now, if you're Horde, I believe that the Fearless set is red. If I'm correct, then you could just buy or go with the heroic version, which is kind of a red on the gloves and the shoulders, and then you could find the red wolf head that you can get out of Darkmoon Faire and kind of go with a red set of this. The back is Alliance only. You can always find a red cape if you're Horde. Exalted and Rep from the 7th Legion to get the cape. The tabard is Storm's Wake Tabard, Stormsong Valley. This is very Alliance oriented, don't you think? But I did give full disclosure on that. Mask of the Howling Storm, definitely worth getting for any given hunter. Mana Tombs is the place to get that, BC version, of course, and Hateful Gladiator's Longbow. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.